for it, Jim.
They certainly are. Well done. As Bade is back to receive the kick here in a moment as New England defers. Earn the right to go to Santa Clara, Super Bowl 60, as we get started with the touchback through the back of the end attempt during the regular season. And it's been 749 days. They have chemistry for the last 2 years and practice a lot together. They're going to begin with a handoff. The Patriots are there to meet Harvey. Punt, boy, did he have a key punt in the overtime against Buffalo. 54-yarder that went out of bounds at the 8. He's angling another one that looks very similar to that punt.
Do not want to punt the ball to Jones. Perfect job by Crusher.
56 yards on that punt, almost identical to what we saw when they 72% during the regular season. It led the NFL. He's the youngest quarterback to ever lead the league.
This would be an incredible environment to have to handle, though.
First down, they're going on the ground too. And Stevenson
finds been off the charts. Talk about his completion percentage. Well, look at the completion percentage versus blitz. 17 touchdowns, 0 picks, 68 point game.
Back-to-back years in the league. 2nd and 5. Running it again, and this time Denver stuffs it right at the line.
When he forced that. And I feel like both coaches are keeping it close to the vest for both these quarterbacks, right? Just 2 runs, trying to get off.
3rd and 4 from the 14. May gets it away, and it's almost intercepted. Hufanga had a play on the
fool. He's going to pretend to go inside, and then he falls right back. And this should have been a pick going the other way, except Diggs does a great job.
So it's Behringer into punt. Caught at the 43 and right.
Oh, fool. He's going to pretend to go inside, and then he falls right back. And this should have been a pick going the other way, except Diggs does a great job.
So it's Behringer into punt. Caught at the 43 and right. Oh. Going to start, Tony, what you called for, looking to go up top. Does he get the time? Couple of nice dodges, and now throws it down the field.
19 went out of bounds and was the first to touch. That's a loss of down at the previous spot. 2nd down. Correction, it was number 12.
Yeah, so officiate and govern over this AFC Championship game, but they did try to throw it. But again, there was pressure on him, Tony.
There was, and right here you've got...
There's a quick throw. It was wide of the mark, and that could have gone for good yardage. He knows it, too.
That is all nerves. You haven't played in, especially this environment, ever. He's like, it's okay.
Patriots rushing 4, and he's going deep. He's got a man open, by the way. He's got it at the 10-yard line.
Oh, and to get started, he's going to run right past the corner, and Stidham looks off. The safety, Hawkins, the one area you expect them to be a little safe, right? With a backup quarterback, not Sean Payton, and not Mrs. Stidham right there.
Catches after being injured on the opening kick return and missed about a quarter and a half, being diagnosed for a possible concussion.
Well, I think that was the X factor we talked about last week, because you expect him to be the gadget guy, the return guy, and now you use him. This is one area.
1st and goal from the 7, and it's Bryant. Bryant slips through 2 tackles and does great work just to get back. Bryant.
Yeah, and they're trying to get this right out on the edge, and it's just a great job of setting the edge. Chase on, who's really come out playoffs, though.
Ready? What do we say?
On 2nd and goal. Take the handoff there, the end zone. Wide open! Caught for a touchdown!
Corner and safety, you've got to go ahead and in and out here, but they have their eyes in the backfield. And this is just
by Lutz. And it's 7-0. Cortland Sutton, who was silenced for 3.5 quarters last week, and then was
from the 26. Handoff is to
presented by Intuit TurboTax. What a drive. What a throw on a 3rd and
the deep ball. And that's not calms your nerves.
Johnson just brought up from the practice squad, veteran. Here's May starting this drive out of the gun and finding a quick completion to Diggs side, giving them 6 up front, and they're going to run it to his side and stop the yard short is Stevenson as Green.
All those years comes back. All of a sudden, Drake May has an incredible season. He's going against Vance Joseph, who nub side, no receivers out wide.
Hand it off on 3rd and 1, and it looks like it's enough for the first. And of course, they had the lead block by Tonga coming over.
Playing offense years ago in New England and catching touchdowns in big games, and Tonga comes in at fullback.
First down. May quickly over to Diggs. Stuck initially by Mike Millen, and loss of 2.
It's just an unbelievable job by him to just come flying down, read the block, and he has made some outstanding.
2nd and 12. Protected. Launching. And knocked away. That is.
Denver's going to wear him out and say, you guard that guy, and we're going to overload everybody else. But we need you to win your matchup or else.
3rd and 12 with that pass rush tee off. Here they come. May got it away. Diggs, though, has 2 Broncos on him, and he's thrown.
A little bit of a problem in the playoffs. Will Campbell, he whiffs. He's trying to just knock him down, but
by the Broncos. 2nd punt now. Already. Ball not deep, but bouncing around.
First down begins with Harvey. Sidestepping 1 tackle. Bursting ahead, fighting. He's only 5'9".
Hold up when you see the shell coverage at the back end, and then a play that he started his career off with Josh McDaniels calling. They use it for a touchdown. This defense is, you can eliminate 50% of the tendencies.
2nd and 1. He fakes the handoff to McLaughlin. Now he's going to throw it for the first down to Bryant. That's all they need.
This is outstanding. Pause that right there. He's going to actually, these guys are covering him. But the reason why he actually gets him open is because Stidham looks them off. Another motion.
On 1st down. He keeps it. Look at all the room, and he slides.
He goes ahead and keeps it. Another great play call. Sean Payton was on fire last week. The timing of everything, and I think
Stu, watch. That's been the battle cry. 2nd and 2. And Harvey trying to get to the sticks.
Just to have a backup quarterback. Your whole season can be over if you didn't really plan for that in the offseason, and they understand.
Now everybody knows me as such. 1st and 10. There's a handoff back to Harvey. Got an injured Patriot defender, Robert Spillane, who they lean on a lot in the middle of that linebacking core. Medical tent. He wears the green dot, so you see Gibbons now will have that helmet and that responsibility for this New England. Harvey, hands on him quickly, and again, that is brought down Notre Dame. It's a 3rd and 9. Stidham goes down the middle of the field, and the ball's dropped.
But let's wait, and it gets up on him. It's actually an incredible throw because he's under duress in the pocket to get it out, and it almost extends the drive. But do not punt to this guy.
Yeah, he is scary if you're trying to defend the Marcus Jones. And that ball bounces in after hit. We're back with New England's 3rd possession. They traveled Brady and Manning in 2013 and 2015. Handoff goes to the rookie, Henderson. And he's stacked up.
Man, we talked to Josh McDaniels last night. Right now in this huddle, the goal is to get out of it with 22.
2nd and 6. Bootleg and May chased and thrown down.
The backside, tight end, and then actually use him as a catapult to get the quarterback and to get him down.
Now he comes in and forces a 3rd and 15. As May goes underneath, and Stevenson.
The ball, right? That's what you're going to do. Sometimes you got to let it go.
Talk about dangerous returners. Here's one. Mims fields it. 42.
Guess who?
7-0 Denver. Nationwide. Total yardage 82 for Denver. 52 of it coming on.
Do a snap, motion, get to the right play.
Hand off McLaughlin. And he's out to about the 47.
In Texas. And this week I had a chance to speak to Webb, who said he showed Stidham examples of backup quarterbacks who have come in and won, so he can spin how you handle this and your success.
Okay, Trace, here's a 2nd and 7 to Ingram, the tight end. And they'll close out the... Welcome back to Empower Field at Mile High for the start of the 2nd quarter. Takes the handoff, and he'll go with the safe throw to McLaughlin. Tries to split the defenders.
A touchdown pass. in our game with them last week, and I feel like both these teams are doing that a bunch. They're giving right over the top of everyone like they did.
2nd and 8. Tries to zip that one, and it's caught by Sutton at the 40.
I think I would sit here and try and draw him off sides, as Stidham's gotten off to a great, after the little rough start. He's been playing great since.
Ready,
Okay, out of the gun. 3rd and 3. Sets his feet, fires, got it.
Settling in, I mean, watch. He's got to go ahead and read both guys. Boom, 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 and then send it. And that ball, if it's left inside, can go the other way.
Last week it was in concussion protocol. But back for the start here in this one. 1st and 10. Harvey, 2nd time he's found some running room. It's his 22 coming on 2 rushes. Stuffed the other times. Oh, look at this. They go with Prentice, who only...
Old school football, calling a great game right now. They want to finish with 7, though, instead of 3. Right, or are you going to fake it?
Going to hand it off to the right side, behind the right guard. It's Harvey for a gain of 3. 2nd and 8, we'll call it. Stidham rolls. There's room, not much. Close in on.
Basically didn't allow it, and they did this a bunch the last couple weeks where the guys are all getting to their areas, very disciplined. They plaster, and then there's a lot of different ways as well.
3rd and 6. Here comes the pressure. He's running away from it. Stidham running after the chains. And offensive line. They bring in Prentice, the fullback who's already converted on a 3rd and 1 on this drive. And now 2026 NFL Pro Bowl games. Powered by Verizon. Just watch the league's top stars face off in an AFC. So early gamble here, assuming they're not just trying to draw them off sides. You got Lutz who
kick this, because I'm like, we're talking about one of the best fronts and teams that stop. These are high, but these guys are tight. Going to be hard to run in the middle. Got to throw it.
Oh, they're coming after him, and he is intercepted.
No one better situational football than New England. So prepared. Should have kicked that field goal like we talked about, I think. Gave them a chance to get more prepared. This is a huge drive for New England here.
Could be a momentum changer as May is being pursued and brought down.
The reason why it's a tough matchup for New England. Some teams are easier to beat than others. Styles make fight.
IR makes a big catch to get the Patriots out of that jam.
I mean, this is absolute huge.
It was a big one.
Huge.
1st down run. And that's Stevenson.
The half before the 3rd down play there. And now at least, even if you don't go down and score, you give your defensive rebound.
Both of them former head coaches of the Denver Broncos. Here's a 2nd and 8. And a completion to Dig. 4 catches, 12 yards for Stefan, who's playing in a championship game for the 3rd time in his career. Snap. 3rd and 3. And there's May. In traffic. Just got back to the line of scrimmage.
You put all these guys up in here, make it look like everyone's coming, then you end up just rushing 4. But that speeds Drake May's internal clock up. I thought he had a chance to.
By the Broncos.
That was the concern coming in.
And the punt. Week's time. Start this drive with a handoff. Harvey spins out of a tackle.
Would have quarter. He missed 4 games this season with an ankle injury. Good sign. He was working himself out on the sideline, putting weight on it, changing direction. Jack.
They're going to the Raiders and now with the Patriots. Here's a 2nd and 5. And that pass behind Sutton is
supposed to run in to a New England defender, Woodson, right there. The safety's down, and so that actually disrupts the timing. There's opportunities outside. Are you going to take them?
Looking to his right now. Dumps it off instead, and reaching out is Mims.
They go levels. Just read one side high to low.
And you got the 2 incredible punt returners right there on that. 1st down. Look at this lane. And that's McLaughlin.
Last game and didn't return. This time it is a hamstring injury he suffered on the 1st drive. Tried to work through it, went into the locker room.
So Elijah Moore is a guy that he had to bring up.
Yep, who you see in motion right there.
Yeah.
The 5 games, whoever had home field advantage won, right, in the history of Patriots and the Broncos. But it's like anybody got to try.
Backing up. Oh, the ball comes out by the Patriots. And for the snap, Tony, but you can't turn the ball over here.
It just felt to me right here. I'm like, this feels like you're going to get intentional grounding. Yeah.
Offense number 8. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Lost it down. Fourth down.
Never seen a home crowd.
About Alex Kemp was ruling forward pass on the play. When Stidham goes this way, he's pushing it with 2 hands forward, not backward. That's why the flag hit the ground forward.
And the ball came out.
And they're calling that a pass, and it's intentional grounding. No one's in the area. Doesn't get back to the line.
Challenge flag back in the pocket.
Does that ball go forward? Because if it goes backwards.
All right, Gene. After all of that, recovered by New England, they reversed their
ball as you're throwing it forward, and it ends up going backwards.
No, you would rule on where it was tipped at. It was where it would leave his hand, and if the defense tipped it, that's clearly backward, though, and a good job.
Now things shifted very quickly.
From the 12. Quick pass. Booty and Moss cuts him down.
Team after this, like, feeling to start.
2nd and 4. Taken off is May. Drake May to the end zone for the New England touchdown.
Is a chess match, and you see just the numbers right here. I'm going to throw it. No, you're not. Get up on the 2nd level.
Was able to go up ahead and take out Sternad and clear the path for his quarterback in the extra point. But Borogalcos have a timeout, 1 timeout. Of course, Patriots trying to make a stop, and don't forget that they deferred at the top. Yeah, Stidham recovers after making that huge error. He's got pressure again, able to just throw it out of bounds.
It's not there, throw it away.
2nd and 10. Across the middle, he's got his target. They got a first down. Going to the 2-minute warning. NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by coming up, JB. How long? Nate, Kirk Cousins, and Coach Cowher, all-time host through the Steelers in the draft pick. 1st and 10. Stidham's pass, incomplete. And it looked like Humphrey.
And Stidham throws it earlier than he really wants to. And that was the one area that I thought they'll have a little bit more time here, technically.
No, they're on him, and it's Barmore with the sack.
Right there, which is not that easy, and that's happened to Miners twice today. And
put pressure on a offensive line that has 2 first-team All-Pros in Garrett Bowles.
Throw it under the sticks, let someone go get it.
There it is, Tony. It's Ingram, cuts back, and
with the pressure being provided and things getting very tight for the play callers in the court.
Delivering the coffin corner kick, if you will.
And you see Vrabel talking to Jones, who's as dynamic as we've seen in the national.
Very effectively. This one, though, is heading toward the left. And for the year, let's see, 1st and 10, they're going to go ground. Stevenson with Singleton there, along with Roach.
This is such a levels. How this next 2 plays turn out is going to be huge.
2nd and 5. Down the middle, and Henry, we were just talking about the winner of that name by the Pro Football Writers this week. 3rd and 5, caught and tackled, and they have 57 seconds to go in the half.
There's only so many games that we've done this year that it feels like each play.
That's
right. That's part of the reason, big reason why they won.
Right before the half, Mims goes up the middle and tries to take on.
Get up, throw a shallow cross right underneath.
Caught by Harvey, and there he goes. Out of bounds to stop it on.
Real quick, just shallow crosses. People run across the field, and then a burst by the back, and Gibbons being in the game because slight breeze.
Designs on getting a lot closer, though, is Stidham.
Throw it away.
There it is, the throwaway with
the end of the half. I thought Sean called that one a little earlier. It needs about 10 more yards. So New England was very prepared. They dropped a play. Oh, Jim, this is your favorite. Where's the pressure?
You know what that means. Wide open and out of bounds.
Don't kick the field goal after that. You got a lot of options now. So I'm still just trying to get the first down.
Looking to go up top. Now rolling away.
And he gets out of the pocket. I thought he could have checked this ball down and ran a little early, but you got yourselves a chance.
This one's including the game winner in overtime. Here's Lutz from 54. No, it wanders right.
And you see, to me, they needed those 5 yards to make it, and it did not cover by much. It looks like going out of bounds to make them waste the timeout, because now you have a real shot.
Here's May. And that pass,
Income, most accurate quarterbacks down the field this whole season. You talked about him having the highest completion percentage. Not so far today.
for Borregales. And the Broncos are excited to see his flag.
Ball start, offense number 66.
Exactly. He knows he's rushing quick, and you're young. That's a rookie. I mean, he's going to be fine. But their Achilles heel shows up again.
9 seconds. 3rd and 15. May gonna run with it.
Timeout. New England, their 3rd and final at 1.
I got to get down. Let's make sure he did it. But right there, go down, boom.
Yeah, that's the right call. 1 second.
And Vrabel's right there going, boom, timeout.
This has got a little bit of a favorable wind at your back. And Andy Borregales, 2013. Close out the half with the monster kick. And that does not have a chance.
Backup quarterback, got a young quarterback who's played great. 2 kickers missed. Tie game. What do we expect? 8 big-time plays. It's about protecting the ball.
Ernest Johnson fields it to start the 3rd quarter, and he's just barely across the 30.
Rhythm, but then the pressure's gotten to him. What was the message to him in the locker room?
Listen, we had good field position most of that first half. The only score was when we turned it over, so the second half will be ready.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, they start with the quick toss.
Letting go of the ball. I'd give him a little more freedom in this half.
He's had 5 turnovers in the first 2 playoff games, none today. Stevenson able to...
In those conditions, and now the weather's changing here. Welcome to Denver, Jim.
So
that you can give. They've done it all year to quarterbacks. You got to decipher this, who's coming, who's not, and where they're going.
a couple back off, and they run it with Stevenson. And he's close.
That's huge for field position and for the ability for you to go down and score. And Stevenson has played great this year.
From scrimmage on average in these 2 playoff games before today, and here he is again. A hard-earned one. And Evan, down to you.
We can practice having 2 hands on the ball. Josh McDaniels brought it up to us last night. And Tony
Patriots, other than May scramble at the end of the first half. Henderson comes in for Stevenson. And the rookie, who's a member of Ohio State's national champion, worked very effectively at times this season. Henderson has been quiet in the post. Another extra lineman comes in.
A lot of jumbo, a lot of nub sets.
And look at the Broncos. Busted
receiver. That's offensive lineman out there playing tight end. The other side of wide receivers, Josh McDaniels versus Vance Joseph.
The Patriots today went for 28. And there's Stevenson trying to find an opening, waited, but it's no
plays and beat Denver in Denver. He has to have the off-schedule plays, do the things that are a little bit outside the bounds of
blitz. May off his back foot, goes it over there.
He's a pass rusher. He's got to cover Stevenson. And watch right here. If he does...
May drops it off. Tight end screen, and it's right at the sticks again with...
Yeah, we'll see here. Look at this. Tonga and another one. Bring in, and all of a sudden you're bringing in 2 defensive linemen to play offense. That is rare.
But in the end, they...
Now, do you bring it, like, do you run it back? The other team just saw it.
As well. Stevenson moved. May. And he's got the body lean. Again, on the far side, it's tonnage right there. It actually ran into Milton Williams, which knocked it kind of sideways initially.
Wow, it does not look like it from that.
As a quarterback got a first down, Denver has challenged that ruling.
Well, the Skycam view. Turn it.
It is, Jim, but I think you'd like to see a measurement on that play too, you know, as opposed to stop.
The direct snap, clumsily though, and it's Stevenson fortunate to hold on to it. And
he's like, wait a sec, something sniffy here. Boom. He comes flying in because he's got to be in protection in the pass game.
May looks left, keeps looking left, in trouble, and brought down.
Amazing all year, but to me, they fooled Drake May, and all of a sudden, that allowed everyone to get in there.
23 yards, Borregales, the kick is good. Yeah, they took 9:31 Wings. Try pick six for 1999. AT&T connecting.
This will be going is the most difficult of the two ways, but that's what the Patriots will have in the final quarter as this comes to Bade, and he makes one jump cut. But
Walton Penner family bought this team in June of 2022, and they went out and made a trade.
That is why these teams are very competitive.
Yep, McLaughlin. Now, can they establish a run like you saw the Patriots? They get J.K. Dobbins possibly back this week. He's been on IR. The Liz Frank injury, but if they got to the Super Bowl, there is a pretty good chance to see
this game right now. Stidham just needs something to get a first down right here.
2nd and 8. Just dumps it off across the middle on the ball strike. And they're going to say it was an incomplete.
Pick the ball down. That's where you should go with the ball, and you should catch that. But the conditions are making things very difficult.
3rd and 8. Over to Mims. Got a blocker out in front, but he's not going to have nearly enough room.
Mentor has taught him. I mean, being ahead of the curve this week, understanding the message, telling the team we're going to win this, even though our starting quarterback is out.
Of the afternoon comes to Jones. Jones. Oh, what a tackle.
That was a great tackle.
Patriots at the 21 to start this drive. You know, here's the thing.
Snow, whatever you want to say it, they need to score on this drive.
2nd and 10, and he again escapes the pocket and takes off for a first down.
Worse.
All 5 of his rushes have gone for first downs, plus a touchdown. As Stevenson wiggles and lunges forward. Ridden down.
I mean, New England has a 3-point lead. They have
to drive and throw it quickly. 2nd and 5. There's a little flea flicker. Back to May, who throws it down the field, is caught. It is Hollins with the reception.
Here in the 3rd quarter, going this way.
What a play call. I mean, it looks so terrible, but there is one side that...
Hollins. The give. Stevenson, Surtain comes up. He just refused.
It's going to be hard to, like, tell people how different it is for the quarterback when you go the other way.
58 seconds to go in the quarter.
I mean, it's just a different game. Right now, it's like no field goals left to right downwind. It's hard.
The give. Stevenson tries to push his blocker in a certain direction to help him.
Having quite some time from this distance. He can make it for sure, but it ain't easy.
Borregales. One. Kick's on the way, and that is wide right. Okay, the Odyssey comes out in July, but this is a little winter Odyssey.
The conditions change this quickly during a game of this magnitude.
Go to the ground, and Jennings is waiting. 4th quarter.
I don't even think it looks like it. I think it actually might be.
2nd and 9 over to Mims. 2 blockers up ahead. And let's get more.
The snow directly in their face, and you can see from this direction, and then when I turn around I can actually open.
And that left to right howling wind, as you called it, Tony. 3rd and 5. Stidham, can he get the first? Oh, the ball is in the hands of his receiver.
That's got to be caught. The problem is the conditions are very difficult. That's why you play man-to-man, Jim, because like throw it perfectly.
Last week, he might have dropped a touchdown in the sun. Today, he dropped the ball in the snow.
The snow.
Ross Shaw's punt. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light. If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. 9-0 medicine. They try to clear the sidelines, the hard lines, the hash mark. From the 20, Stevenson gets the handle and a great drive starter.
Wind, it's more of a gusting wind right now, so they'll get some respite at times. We saw the footing. They want to approach this when it comes to offensive play calling.
There's a handoff to Stevenson. This game's so tense. Evan Washburn's gone gray.
Found. This is next level frosted.
A big deal. Like literally, he said it. they are going to have to change the way they call the game.
Stevenson, they are really riding him hard, and he's delivering.
In other words, in pass protection as anybody in the National Football League. He's been well coached. He knows where to go. They use him.
3rd and 4. May has time. Now it breaks down.
Guarding their guy, and it's a little bit tougher. You could argue to find people all in white when everything.
Behringer, 6 punt. Bouncing around at the 35 and out of bounds. Hand off to Harvey, trying to run away from tacklers, and he turns it upfield.
See, coming off the edge, to me, you usually have a negative play right there, and the reason why you get.
But now they got a 2nd and 1. Go back to Harvey. He's going to try to cut away again from Jennings, but there are other defenders.
Also in the playoffs, for sure, has just been the interior of the D-line. It's going to be hard to run the ball on these guys consistently. These plays right here determine your.
Bidet is running back. He gets the handle. He's got the first down. Again, the initial first down. Stars in the CBS original Marshall. Series premiere Sunday, March 1st on CBS. After Bidet's first touch of the game, play action fake. Stidham got to throw it away from Barmore, and he does.
And played coverage, and not everyone came after you. It's just 2 guys in the route, and you'll see DBs, second-level players.
Empty backfield on this 2nd and 10 snap. Oh, that's dangerous. Trying to get it to Ingram. The Patriots.
This is what happened early in the game. There's empty. There's no running back here. Well, earlier they tried to throw an outside screen. Well, guess what? New England says, let's show them heads up the rest of the game.
Now you got a 3rd and 10.
And saying, go beat us. And since they've gotten rid of the zone coverages, they've actually really done a great job and made it hard for
Coffin corner, like he has in recent weeks. They could give Denver's defense a chance to try to win the game, and there you go.
In the tough conditions with a long field to go.
9-yard line, 9-8-9, 9-yard line, 44-yard. And the running back slips, and May cuts his losses. Stevenson trying to take off.
That's when you know the conditions are tough.
This is why that punt down to the 8-yard line was so critical.
You called it, Jim. You were
2nd and 13. Stevenson tries to power ahead. Surtain, as long as Surtain's had a
candidate. He's in his 2nd year against one of the best defenses. Mike Vrabel knows it. They're talking to each other. Vrabel.
See the snow sideways. Rolling near the goal line, lofting it out of bounds.
They literally, we are not turning the ball over. I don't believe this other team can score. Punt them the ball. Problem is these conditions.
And this is the 7th one forced today. As Mims is standing near midfield.
You're not going to kick a good one, I can promise you that.
Position here. Inside 7 minutes to go. I'd love to tell you exactly where they've marked the 3-yard line of New England. Stidham really aggressively sending a message to his hub.
And you expect your defense to hold up, but it depends on what direction you're going. We'll see.
Go to the ground. They get backed up. Tonga is one of those.
Seen it change this dramatically within half a quarter to a quarter.
2nd and 12. Lofting it over to Harvey. Harvey slips through one tackle, and David Will Lutz.
I don't think you have any data on that right now. And so for Sean, I would have went over to him before I started.
3 of the first.
Well, you'll see just extra yards. I would do it. We'll see, though. It's very random at the moment.
5 minutes to go. It's going to be earlier in this half. This to tie the game. And the kick. No good. Just impossible.
Throw it away because they don't think the other team can score. And look at how tough it is to put the ball down. Does a great job there. But the wind.
How about that? Just brought up Leonard Taylor off the practice squad last night. Tipped it.
Now it's like you've got to protect the football. It's almost more important than getting a first down.
Of course, you missed the kick and it changes field position too. As Stevenson.
Field goal now right now.
2nd and 8. Stevenson hit the backfield and finished off by Roach.
Team, and if somebody can, you might win the game because it might score.
Who knows? Maybe it's. And they're going to stay on the ground. How about that? How about that? They stay on the ground for no gain.
They are 100% in these conditions. He's like, get over here. You did your job. You ran off a couple minutes. Come on back. Our defense will win us this game here.
By the Broncos, and that leaves them with only one. I talked about the drama lead changes, which is the most in a single postseason all time. There've never been more than 10.
Off Jim Turley, and the athletic trainers were looking at him. It looked to be cramping. They were giving him electrolytes and hydro.
Something else to watch is Mims. Can he get some separation and give the Broncos a chance with a return? I don't even kick it to him.
It's hard to keep.
It's a 33-yard punt,
Which is pretty good. In the
Stidham from the pocket, wanting to heave it, now just shoves it to Harvey. Rushing 5. This is a deep throw, and it is picked off, intercepted.
Line. Can they just run it out? Let's see. Get first down to make that happen, but that
Coming up after this, including the presentation of the Lamar Hunt Trophy. That's all.
You got to be safe. We know that New England's been very protective these last drive or two. They're going to do it again. You got to stop them.
And they do. Stevenson shut.
You throw an 8-yard out. Game's over. You're heading to the Super Bowl. But the conditions matter. Do you trust your defense?
Against this defense.
I think I agree with you, Jim. And now, doesn't mean that I wouldn't.